Hi everyone. So just wanted to jump in here and wanted to show you one of a kind items that I actually did myself. If some of you are not aware, I dance. I teach Latin dancing as well as I perform and I also compete. So I travel in the United States, internationally, and I compete. Now, in order for me to compete, you always have to have these nice, fancy, extravagant costumes. And some people are not able to afford them. They can cost up to thousands and thousands of dollars. I would say average price would be around 1,000 or 2,000. Sometimes they're 3,000, 9,000. And some are of course cheaper, but the quality is and the look is not the same. So what I figured is for me to be traveling so much, and it takes a lot of things. It's the costume, let's say, and then the makeup and the travel and the competitions, the fees, everything that goes in regarding with the money. You want to save where you can. So what I figured is, hey, let me go ahead and do my own costume. So I wanted to jump in and show you my piece. So this was my, I think, maybe third creation. I did not do the bodysuit. The bodysuit I purchased. So this was purchased just like a regular leotard, or I think it was done on Dan's discount. So it was just a very unique item. It was a nice piece, just one piece. You can actually pull it on you through the neck. You don't have to have any buttons, there's no clippings on the bottom, there's no posts. You just kind of pull it up yourself and the back is open. I'm going to show you the back later on. But this was just a regular bodysuit, like a black bodysuit with a lace detail, as you can see, and a little insert on the front here, on the side, and you can see a little ruching. So, and it's like a nice, again, just like a regular bodysuit, nothing fancy. So what I did is I went ahead and living in New York City, I have a lot of stores, a lot of costume shops. So what I did is I went and I purchased myself some fringes. I purchased different kinds of stones, and I figured I'll do this myself. Like I said, I've already done, this is my third piece. My first piece was a dress that I actually purchased on the same website. It was red and black. My second piece was another leotard, but it was looking a little bit different. It had a little nice turtleneck, and it had polka dots, which I always have actually sold. I sold that one. It was a beautiful, gorgeous piece. It was so sparkly, so shiny. It was straight up black with black fringe, and it was a nice long skirt on the bottom. It was gorgeous, very classy, very classical, very nice, very grown up, very professional piece. And then I figured, okay, I had the black and red, I had the black, and then I figured, let me do something fun. So what I did is I figured to go with a hot pink. So sometimes you might see that the stones don't match the fringe, but they actually do. And everything here is hot pink, or you might call magenta. So take a look. I did inside. I did sewn in a bra. So there's a bra for support. They do have those little braless camis. So they have a little bend, but it's not enough for support, especially somebody who's maybe a little bit heavy on the top. So it was not enough support. So I needed the bra. So I go ahead and added the bra. You can actually have straps here, nude straps, and you would not see this. So from afar, if you're dancing on the stage or on the floor, this would not be visible. So you can actually have the bra straps, have the support, and not worry about anything falling down on you. So then I went ahead and I decided on the design. And I always like to play with the forms, right? I don't like to fight the material, and I do not like to fight with the design of the item. So I just kind of looked at it and I said, hey, what can I do here? What kind of cutouts we have? What kind of shapes do we have? And I realized that here, this is a nice kind of like a half circle shape, and I figured that I could do something around it. And then here, so I just kind of went ahead and just went around and just added the stones where I was able to. Smaller stones here on the top. Then I went ahead and I added larger stones. So it's a nice design. If you can see, this is if I stretch this out, you can see that it's a nice circular shape, like a sun, and you can think of it as any way you want, but it's just it adds to it. It kind of plays with it and adds a nice it gives you a flattering shape, especially when it's on somebody who's wearing this. And then on this side, sorry about the okay, you can still see it. Okay. And then here I added the little stones, and those stones are all different colors. So we have the fuchsia, we have rubies, everything. So these are Swarovski crystals. I do go or try to go with Swarovski crystals just because they do give you so much more sparkle. There are cheaper ones, but I would rather invest one time, but have it nicely done, so that they actually sparkle from the far. And it makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. I would rather not have the stones and add something else than have cheap stones and for this not to sparkle. Then it goes down to the sleeve, and then the sleeves has a little detail as well, and this detail is to add to this and the top and the shoulder, if you take a look. So here you can see this adds really nicely to this detail, so it looks as if it's one piece, like it's one cohesive piece of item. So again, I did this myself, so I had to sew this in, all of this all around. So this took a whole lot of time for this. And then the shoulder, I'm gonna pull it up a little just so you can see this. It's a nice kind of like a shoulder, like in the 80s, like they had those shoulder pads. So it's a nice kind of shoulder pad, aka Michael Jackson jacket, and it sparkles. And what I did is to cover the threads, I covered them with the smaller same stones as throughout the dress. I covered the endings just so it sparkles beautifully. And right now I don't have the light, but if somebody actually has the lights on, and the lighting in the ballroom and on the stage is gorgeous, it would sparkle. Let me see if I can turn the light on and if it's gonna make a difference. Let me see here. Let's see if it makes a difference. Oh, it does. So check this out. So when it moves, you see the little sparkle, you see the movement. And I have to say, this is gorgeous. And in person, this is beautiful. I'm actually going to leave the light on so you can take the details. And then for the skirt, just to keep it more modest, just to keep it a little bit more kind of nice and professional looking, I added the fringe. Now the fringe, you can, if you wanted to, you can sew it as the fringe comes. So they come like on a long line by yard. You can just sew them in, let's say on symmetrical, or you can just kind of like a half moon shape. So you can do whatever you want. I do this way, and this actually takes longer time, but I do this way because it gives you a little bit more playfulness. You can add them or span them out as you want. If you want to space them out and kind of give them a little bit more room, you can do that. You can add as little or as much as you want on each one, but it gives you a little bit more room to play with them. And I just wanted to kind of have fun with them. It does take longer, by the way. And also, if you have them on that 1 yard line, you would actually have to be careful, more careful with how you, let's say, how you put the lines up, because if you're not careful, it's gonna show that it's not an even line. So I go this way just because this is how I've always done it. Maybe next time I'll try to do it in one line and see how that works out, and kind of report back to you guys. But I'm loving this. Like I said, I've been doing this. This is my second piece with the skirt that I did myself with the fringe skirt. So second time I do this, and I keep doing the fringe this way. It just gives you more leeway, even though it takes longer. Also, if it rips, you can take one out and you can just replace another one, and that's it. You don't have to replace the whole skirt. And then on the top, just to kind of give it a little bit of cohesive again, just to make it more cohesive, I added the little fringe on the top. So when you actually shimmy, or if you do any kind of movement on the top, that it will give you this little movement. And you can add more. You can always add more. Nobody tells you that this is it and you don't have to add anything else, but this is a good way to start. You can add a third one, let's say right here, here, But this is it. I did not want to touch the lace. If you take a look, the lace is almost clean. And the reason why I didn't want to touch the lace is because lace is more delicate. Except I did it on the sleeves because there's a little bit of second layer here. So I just did it here just to give it a little sparkle as if you have like a bracelet on, just to kind of even out these two. So this one has a lot of them. And then this one just kind of just to give it like a bracelet look. And then you might want to do, which I didn't want to add, it's already beautiful. It's already has plenty of stones, but you could add just a line here, right here on the neck. You could add another little row of these sparkles, little smaller ones. I did not want to add these just because it would just, I just want to break it off, just break it off and just to make it kind of like a nice line. If you see, it has like a nice movement here into the skirt. And now let me show you the back. So this is the front. And then you can do whatever skirt you want. You can kind of do like half moon. You can do angular, like asymmetrical. You can do one side. Let's say this side is shorter and then this side would be longer, which you will need more, fringes. And let me show you the back. I'm going to turn this around for you. Bear with me. And I'm going to show you the back. Let me hang it up. Okay, let me take this off. Okay, and this is the back. So the back, like I said, you can actually just pull it on you. This clips here. There are little clips on the back. I don't want to clip it now, but this how it would stay on, just to kind of, again, give that support. So if you're not comfortable, you can kind of clip it on the other side and you feel like you are connected everywhere. And this is the back. So again, full covered bodysuit. You have the little stones here on the top. And again, I did not touch the sleeves. Sleeves are empty except the bottom. And then the fringes. And again, you have the fringe skirt. And the skirt, the whole bodysuit, I have to say, you can't see it from here, but the booty is covered. The bottom is full coverage. So even if the skirt lifts up, you just kind of have a full coverage bodysuit, so you don't have to worry about anything. So now let me flip it again. Let me kind of show you the front. Okay. So this is it. Now, I would say that this cost me, I would say the bodysuit is around $50. The fringes were, I did not use all the fringes, so I would say if I purchased maybe $80, I have some leftovers. Not a lot, but I do still have some leftovers for like fun stuff, for earrings. And actually, I'm going to do earrings as well. I'm going to follow up on that video separately. But for the longest, I've been looking for earrings that would match the colors and would match the suit or the costume. And I figured, hey, why not do the earrings myself? So I have not done the bracelets yet, but I will be doing earrings and I will post the video on the earrings because I want to add something similar so it will match as if it's like a two set, like a costume and its own custom made earrings. So I'm going to do that. But this is it. So just to summarize, the bodysuit would be about $50. The stones was the most expensive because I use different kinds of stones. So these are cheaper. I would say for like 100 something, I would spend maybe $15. And then these are more expensive. So the big stones, this is where I had to shell out a little bit more just to get that look. So I would say fringes, maybe anywhere, maybe $60, $70. The bodysuit is $50. And then the big stones, that was the investment. And the big stones are about, I would say, $100. So in total, I would say 100, 150, anywhere from $250 to $300. This is a custom made. Oh, and the bra, of course, and the bra, because you cannot take the bra off because you have to kind of sew it in and not have the back. So you kind of have to chop up the bra. So the bra itself. So I would say $250, $300. To be safe, it's $300, and but you have your own piece, custom made, your own sweat and blood. and tears and sleepless nights, but it's yours and it's beautiful and it's one of a kind. And it's the best thing when people come up to me and they give me compliments because they loved the costume or they loved the dress. And I've gotten that. I have not had a chance to wear this, but I did get compliments on my other one and the black one, and it was gorgeous and it was sold. So somebody loved it. It was sold. And I wish they have fun with it, and I hope they enjoy it and as much as I did, and they keep dancing in it. Okay, so I will follow up sometime later on. I will follow up and show you how I made the earrings, or either for these or for different costumes, because I do have different colors of fringe, and I'll show you those later on. Stay tuned and thank you for watching.